Hi everyone, welcome to JMP Art Studio. So in today's video, I will be sharing with you the art session that I was able to conduct with a very beautiful and lovely little girl. Her name is Zoe and we are going to have our one-on-one art session. As you can see, if you are following me on my social media accounts, I have a lot of drawing art sessions that I was able to conduct before with kids and even teenagers. And some of it I wasn't able to film. I was able to grab some photos, but I wasn't really able to capture videos from it. So this time I am happy that I would be able to share it with you. And of course, it is also a way for me to invite some parents to have their kids enroll in activities like this so that kids would be able to pursue their creative pursuits such as art. So to start off, I would make sure that my student would feel comfortable. I make sure that the environment is comfortable. It's not too hot, not too cold. Everything should be arranged and aesthetic somehow for the kids to enjoy, and some of my artworks are displayed. Since Zoe loves to draw animes, I purposely displayed artwork that are anime themed so that she would also be inspired by the artworks that she could see. Now, in this video, as you can see, I am demonstrating on how to properly grip the pencil because most of the time children are drawing artworks that are sometimes drawn too harshly, that whenever they use their pencil, it's like they put too much pressure on it. So, as a way for Zoe to learn how to properly hold her pencil, as her art instructor, I will demonstrate her how to properly hold the pencil, how to properly draw a line, because, of course, every artwork starts with a line, with a shape. So, I would demonstrate it on how it should be done. And I'm happy that Zoe was able to grasp the right way on how to hold the pencil. And it is very important that as the art instructor, I was able to properly demonstrate it and make her feel like it's okay to make mistake, because from it we are able to learn, and then from that learning we are able to apply what we have learned. Now, in this moment, we are already starting off with her first request. Of course, children loves to draw a lot of things. It could be cartoons, animes, their favorite superheroes. So it always depends on the child because they're still developing. They are the budding artists. So my first task here is to ask her first what does she want, and of course I also ask several questions from her mother, what it is that Zoe likes. So here I am assisting her on how to properly draw a face. So during my previous trainings that I was able to do, we always start off with the sketch and outline, and I also demonstrated to her how to draw a face, how to break down the parts and the shapes. So if you are going to enroll your kid or invite your kid to be part of the drawing sessions, I would be able to demonstrate it to them properly. And since Zoe just turned 7, as I can see, she really has the potential to be an artist. I also told her that practice makes perfect. So along the drawing session, I don't just teach the kids on how to draw. It is more of a learning process of why do they want to draw, or what made her inspired to be an artist. So I wanted the kid to feel comfortable. I don't want them to feel like they're pressured, because somehow Zoe is a little bit shy. She's a beautiful, shy girl, and it's normal because it's the first time that we met. So it is my task to make her feel comfortable. And of course, I want her to uh, try different kinds of art materials. So I told her what she wants, and then I offered her if you want to try oil pastels, I let her try the oil pastel so that she would also know the property of the oil pastels, how and what not to do. Because, of course, when you use oil pastels, you cannot use it with watercolors. You cannot mix it together. But I told her that she could use first the oil pastels in coloring the color of the hair of the character, which is Sakura from Naruto. So we have colored the hair and also gave her some tips that the same thing whenever you color, do not put too much pressure on it because you might hurt your hand. So you have to do a very subtle strokes, not too harshly, and then of course it is also a reminder that if you want your artwork to look good, there should not be any blank spaces. Like if there's a little bit of white area there, cover it up with the appropriate color that is needed. And after that, I also wanted Zoe to feel the artist feeling, like having the complete set, like having the easel, the paintbrush, the painting palette, and then we used a water-based color. It is non-toxic because it is very important to keep the kid safe. I don't want the kids to smell any toxic scent coming out from paint. So these are non-toxic. It will not make the kid uncomfortable. And then of course, I am really very happy seeing her paint because I could really see that she's enjoying every moment of it. And of course, a simple snack should be prepared for the kids. So it's already something that is already part of my routine whenever I am doing the happiness art project, the happiness art sessions. So everything should be comfortable. It's just a way for them to have a happy core memory. That is really what I aim for. And next, I also demonstrated to her how to draw flowers. So simple way to draw flowers because this is just the basic drawing art sessions that we are doing. And then as you can see, here is her finished artwork. I am very happy that she's proud of her artwork. And then after that, she requested that she wanted to draw more. So we are now bound to our next artwork, the second artwork. We are going to draw again. This is her request. I I always want the student to request what they want, and then I would incorporate the tips and the how to's during that session so that they would be able to enjoy it. Because if you force them to draw, like you have to draw this and that, then they will not enjoy the session because the goal of the session is really for their happiness. So next, same thing. I told her how to properly draw a face. She's really listening well to the instructions that I told her. And then if there are a little bit of lines that are not properly drawn, or if it's not too straight, it's okay. Totally told her that. That's why at first we use pencils for outline so that we can easily erase it. And take note, like for the other kids, I also mentioned that that's why I'm telling you that do not to put too much pressure whenever you draw because it would be hard for you to erase it. Sometimes you can't even erase it anymore because it's too hard. The drawing was too dark already. So it's a nice thing to do that whenever you draw, always start with the light pressure and then you gradually darken it. Do not initially darken it because you if you start with a darker color, it's hard to try and erase it. After that, if you already like the outline, like what she is doing here, I told her now we can use the marker. But if you're already fluent, if you're already an expert, then you could easily identify where is the location of this part, or you're already confident, then you can use markers directly. But for her, at her young age, I always advise her to use pencils first because you can erase and if you don't like the outcome. So the Naruto drawing that we are doing is something that she is really fond, or someone that she's really fond of. So it is something that we have to focus on learning. So there is always room for improvement. Even I continuously practice and learn. So this time, since she's already done with learning oil pastels, she's already done with using the watercolor. Now I let her use watercolor based colored pencils. So this watercolor based colored pencils are Faber-Castell brand. So that she would be able to learn also how to draw using the colored pencils. Along with the demonstration, I also give her some tips that she should always make sure that her pencils are sharpened because it will also help on the outcome of the drawing. And of course, always remind the kids to be careful whenever they use cutter or if they're using any sharp objects. So after that, we will just continuously draw and color. So as you can see here, our dear student here is enjoying the artwork that she's doing. Again, this art session is made for children to learn and most importantly, to have fun. Now, another goal of the art session is not only to develop the artistic sides of the kids, but also to help them develop their self confidence. As I was able to have these experiences as a trainer, I will be able to incorporate it here in my art sessions because just to share with you, I was able to conduct a lot of sessions for the Develop Your Self Confidence training program, and I wanted to share it during my training for art, like you help the kid boost their self confidence by talking to them, asking them several questions, asking them what they want to be when they grow up, let them explain, ask open-ended questions, ask several questions about their family, make them comfortable, and tell them that they are improving, they are showing progress. These things will help the kid um, enjoy the moment and learn from it. This is not just an art session. This is also a way for me to share the knowledge that I have, the tips about the art, and even about life, like having a good behavior or having patience. Whenever you draw, the key here really is patience because artworks really requires a lot of patience because if you're not patient enough, then whenever you are not satisfied with your artwork, then you would definitely give up. Because like what I've always mentioned, my goal really is not to inspire myself that people like my artwork. I wanted to inspire other people to create more. So as you can see here, this is actually our third artwork that she requested. Another character from Naruto. The character's name is Rain. So this is quite a difficult, more of a complicated artwork for her age, but still, I am happy that she was the one who chose the image. I actually searched for it and then I would ask which one she likes, and then she decided for this kind of artwork. So now I let her use my markers. This is a high grade kind of marker that I really like to use for my anime artworks. of course, I want her to experience different kinds of art materials so that she would be able to know what does she really want. Like in my case, I tried different kinds of artworks because I tried different kinds of mediums because I wanted to know what medium would I be good at, or what medium is suitable for me. And another thing is because I wanted to know what are the properties of it. Like when I started art, nobody really thought me. I consider really myself as a self-taught artist. Although my father is a craftsman, he's really good at creating different kinds of craft. I mean, whenever you want like any furniture, he can do it. Like he's a magician. He can just transform woods or any scrap into something beautiful. And like my my mom may not be good at art, but she's really good at like sales talk or like everything about sales. Maybe that's why I worked in sales. And then my older brother is really good in art, but I was really the only one who took art seriously. And that is something that I want to share with the kids. Like I wanted to be someone who would be able to help them, you know, awaken that desire for creation. And of course, I also told Zoe to, put a signature on every artwork that she did so that whenever she looks at it or when she grows up, she would be able to have like a reminiscent moment whenever she looks at it. And of course, since she's going to celebrate her birthday, I gave her an artwork. I put a dedication on it. I put her name. I asked her first, what's your favorite color? And she said it's pink. And of course, since I am also happy because she likes pink just like I do, I wrote her name. And then I actually have a lot of mini artworks, and I let her choose three artworks, and I wanted to give it to her. And I was really happy because she was so excited. I said, I am going to give you artworks, mini artworks, and these are simple artworks that I really wanted to share with kids, and to see them happy is truly what I aim for. So, after that, I gave her a simple gift, a rose with a mini bear there. And then, since it has an I love you to it, I also write down her name, Zoe. You know, simple gifts like this doesn't cost that much, but uh, truly, when you give something to someone and it comes from your heart, it giving it to the other person would be rewarding rather for the person that is giving it. So another clip here that I'm really happy to share with you is I told her, since your birthday is mermaid theme, I'm going to give you this mermaid artwork. And she was happy with it. So that's it. I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope you would be able to subscribe and follow me on my art accounts, JMP Art Studio on YouTube and Joanna Marie Pena We on Facebook. And if you're interested to have your kids be part of my one-on-one art session, you can just message me directly and let's see when we can have it. Thank you, and I hope you're having a blast. Bye!